Hi everyone, today I wanted to do a little review and walkthrough of the Mojo Mojo Overdrive pedal by TC Electronic.
Crikey! I've lost my mojo!
I've had this pedal for quite a long time, so it's a bit battered and used, but I've gigged it quite a lot. The pedal is basically designed to sound like an amp. It's supposed to have an open character and with a bit of compression like you would get from an amplifier, with the kind of distortion aspects. It gives apparently up to 3 times the voltage of a typical drive pedal, and I can believe that given that I've used it quite a lot. So I use it to add punch to leads and kind of tweak the bottom and top end when I'm really beefing into a solo, when I've been in a 3-piece band before. Needing that extra weight from the guitar really helps when you're playing single lines. So this is a great pedal just for either playing as your own distortion pedal, just to get that kind of brown sound, or even push it that bit further and getting more of an overdriven sound to either complement your amp or just be in a clean signal and just really give you that extra drive that you need. Or you can just add it to have like a level boost. That's also something you could use it for. So there's 4 knobs on the pedals. There's the drive, there's a level, bass and treble. So the bass and treble do what you think they would. It's kind of pushing the low end and pushing the top end, the kind of sizzle. And the drive is kind of a nice kind of thing that as you kind of gradually increase it, you get more growl from the pedal. And the level is literally just that kind of volume aspect. So in the middle doesn't actually mean it's level. So I've set this with the current setting there at around 2 o'clock, and that is actually seems to be level to my amp in terms of volume. And the voice switch in the middle is a tiny little subtle switch. When I've got it turned up, it adds a bit more low end beef. And when it's turned down, it's keeping the signal nice and clean. And it's just a nice kind of sound. So we're going to go through the different sounds. So I'm playing through the PRS Custom 24. I'm generally probably going to stay on the bridge pickup, just for consistency throughout. I'm on a clean sound, going straight through the orange rocker verb. I've got the volume turned up and the clean channel turned down. So I've got a very kind of clean sound. Getting that nice kind of unadulterated tone. So let's dive straight into this. So if I click it on, I've got that with drive set to off, basically, or the lowest level it can go. Level at 230-ish, and the bass and treble bang in the middle, and the voice switch is off at the moment. So if I play through now, you'll hear that it's giving a nice kind of subtly overdriven, warmer sound to what it was. So So yeah, it's just kind of giving that nice kind of brown sound almost, but a bit warmer. If we then push the voice switch on, we get a bit more of that low end. A bit more punch from your sound. And then we push the bass a little bit, and we'll see that that kind of low end is coming in just even more. So we can add a bit more sizzle to that just by pushing the treble. So it's sounding nicely kind of balanced there. So we can actually then push the drive up. We'll take those bass and treble back a bit, push the drive a little bit, and we'll start to hear a bit more of that voice. So a bit more of the drive. So we'll turn the voice off just for now. Just starting to get more of that overdriven sound and ringing sound coming through. But it's still not like overpowerful and crazy and kind of too much. So if we push that up a little bit more to the middle, we'll start to get more of the drive coming through. way more sustain starting to happen. So if we'll play for the chord work here. And it'll just ring on forever. It's just giving that extra kind of more of an overdrive tone. If we just turn that off, just as a comparison. So what we'll do is we'll really start to push the bass a bit more just to see what that's giving us right at the low end there. And it's starting to have that kind of house shaking low rumble, but it's not like crazy muddy sound. It's kind of a nice kind of warm undertone. We push the treble a little bit. I'm always a bit careful to push the treble on this because I find it can get a little bit too tinny if you go too far. But I find the treble is nice when you just push it a little bit, like half 130 type region. And see if you switch to the next pickup. So it's just kind of with the neck pickup, it gives it a bit more bite if you need to at the top end. So we can really start to take that right up to crazy tone now. Let's push it and we're getting really noisy, but that's just because of the lights. So. So you can hear the complete difference. It's ringing, singing, overdriven, but it's got nice kind of clarity to it as well as a nice beefy low end. So what I like to do is just back that off to just about there and then push the bass a little bit, push the treble a little bit. And that is kind of a nice kind of overdriven, kind of heavy rock kind of guitar sound. But you can still kind of play lead if you need to. If you really want to go crazy, push the bass quite a lot, back the drive off a little bit, take the treble down a touch, and it gives this kind of weird kind of punchy kind of sound. So, and even more emphasized with the voice switch on. quite a tight, punchy sound, and it's got a lot of low end, but it's not like crazy. They've EQ'd this nicely, where you can't take it into a region where it's unusable. I still find that this is a nice solo tone and really makes you kind of have more weight as a guitar player. Because if you turn off the clean here, I know that that's a weak sound. If we put that on, great for like individual riff work. So thinking things like Royal Blood, that kind of sound, it's really nice kind of sound for that. So it's a very, very versatile pedal. If you actually just leave it on a nice kind of drive, push the treble a bit, push the bass a little bit. I do love that voice switch. Like, it really just gives it that nice low end. It just has more punch and weight to it. You don't need to use it a lot. You can kind of just use it tastefully when you're ready to kind of solo. Just going to push the treble up there because I'm wary I've not done that sound yet, but I don't like it that much when it's there. All I'd say it was usable for was like getting more top end out of it. And more kind of a metal sound, like. It has that kind of raunchy kind of noise to it, but in a nice way. But just a bit too much top end for me. It kind of gives you that sound if you want it. So I think that kind of setting is just nice. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I do weekly videos on either guitar lessons or gear reviews. It'd be amazing to have you join and do some comments below. Just kind of let me know what you think. We get into some deep discussions sometimes about gear, and it's quite interesting, and I find it nice to kind of chat with people that are interested in the same stuff I'm in. You can also join the Fret Success Academy for free. Head over to my website, fretsuccess.com, and sign up there. There's loads of free stuff on there. It's I'm building it every day, and there's a new lick library there. So every week I'll release a new guitar lick for you to learn with a tab and a video to go along with it, all for free. So thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time.